me fuel, give me fire, give me that was I desire.
Namaste, welcome to Musication. हामी usually live shows हेर्न जाँदाखेरि हामीले के देख्छौँ? Band, lights, sound, explosion भइरहेको हुन्छ. हाम्रो कानले, आँखाले सबै सेन्सेसहरू एक्टिभ भइरहेको हुन्छ. तर do we ever think त्यो कसरी अर्गनाइज भइरहेछ? त्यो कसरी प्लान्ड भइरहेछ? हाम्रो नेपालको एक्चुअली प्रोडक्सन लेभल कहाँदेखि कहाँसम्म आइपुगिसकेको छ? टुडे म आएको छु आज मेरो साथी सुबोधसँग अनि विल टक अबाउट हाम्रो नेपालको लाइभ सोजहरू कसरी अर्गनाइज गरिन्छ, कसरी प्लान गरिन्छ. He's been active for the last 10 years promoting music through Oscar events and also with Underside and Silence Entertainments. We'll talk to him with his experience regarding Underside tours or kasto bhayo, unko tribute shows or he has recently organized tribute to Metallica, tribute to Michael Jackson, kasari organize garyo, kasari plan garyo, and what can we do to up the level of music production in Nepal ma hai ta. So let's go, let's talk, let's go.
I met Subodh in 2018 when my band at the time, Cancer Bats, headlined the Silence Festival. What an amazing experience for us. It was our first time headlining a metal festival outside of Canada, and that was really, something we won't forget. And one of the main reasons is because of Subodh,
We were able to tour again together across the UK and all over Europe for 38 shows with Cancer Bats and Underside at the beginning of 2019. It was an amazing experience with my Nepalese friends and specifically my friend Subodh.
He's one guy who wants to do something good for the music community in Nepal.
I've known him for quite a while now and he has definitely grown from strength to strength as event planner and manager, and it's been great to see his journey.
I think he's the honest one of the honest guy who really wants to push, and break the boundaries.
Bands are coming up in Nepal. It's been quite evident that he's quite tireless, he's quite relentless that way in terms of pushing the scene, pushing bands forward and just introducing me to so many great artists across styles really. So I'm really proud of his work. Really glad that I can have a part in sort of covering some of that music out here in India.
In 2015, he was the liaison for getting Demonic Resurrection to Nepal to play for the Metal for Nepal concert, which was a very special concert, not only because it was our first time playing in Nepal, but also because it was a charity concert. It was a humanitarian effort to raise funds for the earthquake victims, and it was our honor and privilege to be a part of that, and we're really grateful to Subodh for making this become a reality.
The latest show he did at the Purple Haze, the Metallica show, that was also, I think, one of the best stage productions.
The event was massive. Huge thanks to all of my band members, Sanjay Dai, and also to Subodh Dahal from Oscar Events and Entertainment for making this event huge. The stage setup, the sounds, projections, lighting, everything was top notch. It was one of the best gigs that I had ever been to. And
हाम्रो उसकारको जर्नी चाहिँ ब्याक 10 years भयो हैन, तर हाम्रो म्युजिकको जर्नी चाहिँ 20 वर्ष अगाडि सुरु भएको थियो हैन. Subodh was always a producer that time. He didn't know any instrument, but I knew that music, the drive about music. अनि 2012 मा we started उसकार ICDC बाट स्टार्ट गरेको हैन.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much.
Subodh, it's been 10 years, तिमी यो फिल्डमा लागेको, म्युजिक प्रमोसनमा, इभेन्ट्स म्यानेज गर्ने, ह्यान्डल गर्ने. You've seen shows inside the country, you've seen shows outside the country, you've handled and managed them as well. So, your start चाहिँ कहाँबाट भयो? कहिले भयो? When was it?
It actually started back in 2012. मेरो एकजना साथी युवराज पुन UK मा छ, and he insisted me to go out for a band competition that was happening in Bikrant Mandal Fun Park back then. And then he purchased me tickets for 3 days. like consecutive 3 days.
3 days को show थियो?
हजुर 2 दिन चाहिँ पहिला band competition अनि the final day is the headliner is doing the show, and then the final top 5 artists play along the headliner. It was a kind of a festival there. And I attended all those 3 days, and by the end of the third day, when the result was published, मलाई अलिकति disappointing fact लागेको कुरा चाहिँ त त्यतिखेर चाहिँ as an audience point of view बाट म हेर्दाखेरि मलाई जुन ब्यान्डहरु एकदमै genuinely talented लाग्यो, एकदमै राम्रो लागेको थियो. That band like ended up being like in 11th or 12th position there. And I was like really wondering kina kasari bhayo yo bhanera ani. When I talked to my friends and when I knew about the organizers, मैले के थाहा पाएँ त्यतिखेर भन्दाखेरि तपाईको 70% चाहिँ जज डिसिजन अनि रिमेनिङ 30% मा 15% चाहिँ टिकट भोटिङ अनि रिमेनिङ अर्को 15% चाहिँ एसएमएस भोटिङ बाट चाहिँ एउटा विनर डिसाइड हुँदो रहेछ दाइ. यो चीजले गर्दाखेरि तपाईलाई इट अलवेज लाइक तपाईको एउटा ट्यालेन्टेड ग्रुप अफ पिपल, ट्यालेन्टेड एउटा इन्डिभिजुअललाई चाहिँ जहिले पनि दबाएर राख्छ क्या यो कुराले क्या त. बुझ्नुभयो नि. अब उसले अब टिकट किन्न नसक्ला, उसले एसएमएस भोटिङ सोचेको एमाउन्टमा दिन नसक्ला, अनि त्यो कारणले गर्दाखेरि एउटा जेन्युनली ट्यालेन्टेड मान्छे पछाडि पर्छ नै क्या त. अनि सो when I was there as a crowd, म आफै कन्सर्ट हेरिरहँदाखेरि चाहिँ that was when I decided like हुन्छ नि त I have to come up with something new for the scene. Yo voting system say it has to be like completely gone from the scene, and then maybe we should have 100% judgment from the judges. अनि त्यो हिसाबले चाहिँ मैले like I came up with this inter-college band competition ICBC back in 2012 September 15 it was.
How old were you? कति वर्ष?
I was just 17 by that age.
17. त्यो टाइममा नेपालको लाइभ सिन हुन्छ नि, म्युजिक बजिरहेछ, साउन्ड लाइट्स र अहिलेको अब तिम्रो 10 इयर्स पछि हैन कम्पेयर गर्दाखेरि त्यो टाइममा चाहिँ कस्तो थियो होला त?
त्यो टाइम अहिले सम्झिँदा पनि खुसी लाग्छ त. पहिलो कुरा त किनभने त्यो टाइम एउटा यस्तो टाइम थियो जब कि तपाईको हुन्छ लाइक पिपल युज टु buy tickets at like maybe 150 or 200 bucks and then attend the festival or maybe a metal concert. अनि तपाईको अब आउटडोर लोकेसनमा प्राय हुन्थ्यो दाइ. त्यतिखेर इन्डोर पनि हुन्थ्यो नै. जिए हलदेखि लिएर तपाईको यता पर्पल एज पनि भर्खरै इस्टाब्लिस भइरहेको थियो त्यो टाइममा. इन्डोर सोहरू पनि हुन्थ्यो. आउटडोरमा चाहिँ तपाईको एउटा इट वाज लाइक अ वेडिङ काइन्ड अफ ट्रेन्ड क्या दा. तपाईको हुन्छ नि एउटा मेटल कन्सर्टमा जानु, इट्स सपोज टु बी लाइक फुल्ली ब्ल्याक होइन दाइ. प्रडक्सन वाइजै कुरा गरिसकेपछि हामीले इट हेज टु लुक लाइक ब्ल्याक, कम्प्लिटली ब्ल्याक वेन एज एन अडियन्स आई गेट टु सी द स्टेज. तर तपाईँको त्यो टाइममा चाहिँ तपाईँको त्यो बिहामा प्रयोग गर्ने खालको पालहरू हुन्छ नि दा, हो त्यस्तो चिजहरू. अनि आई इभन लाइक स्टार्टेड लाइक द्याट दा. हुन्छ नि मलाई पनि आइडिया थिएन 2012 मा लाइक हाउ थिङ्स गन वर्क आउट. सानो सानो कुराले पनि म्याटर गर्दो रहेछ भन्ने कुरा समयले सिकाउँदै गयो दाइ. पछि लाइक मैले अनि स्टेजमा चाहिँ आफ्टर लाइक 4 or 5 years of my journey then I started using black cotton at least दा. हुन्छ नि खाली छोड्नु भन्दा चाहिँ पछाडि कालो कपडा राखिदिँदाखेरि पनि तपाईँको स्टेजको त्यो चामै छुट्टै देखिन्थ्यो क्या.
One more thing है त, like we're talking about like foreign musicians. नेपालमा माइकल एन्जेलो ब्याटियो
हजुर
हैन. अनि did he come through you? Like,
yeah, after summer festival, I got an email from the manager of Michelangelo Batio from the US, and then I was working with Anil Lital at that time, and then I talked to Anil Dai, and then we started planning. We started like working things out. And I mean, अझै पनि doubtful थियो क्या त्यो टाइममा चाहिँ. Michelangelo को म्यानेजरले हामीलाई मेसेज गर्यो होला त, because he is one of the world's fastest guitarist दा. अनि डाउट हुन्थ्यो क्या त, किनभने त्यतिखेर ठ्याक्क 1-1.5 वर्ष अगाडि डिप पर्पलको सो क्यान्सल भयो नि त नेपालमा दाइ. अनि वे लाइक सो वन्डरिङ क्या त, हामीलाई कसैले फ्रड केस गरिरह हो कि हुन्छ नि, कसैले हामीलाई बिचमा रियल हो कि होइन, सो इज समन ट्राइङ टु युज द अनेस्टी अफ अर्स हुन्छ नि, त्यस्तो भाइब हान्थ्यो क्या त. अनि हामीले चाहिँ त्यो इमेललाई एक्चुली फेरि रिप्लाई गर्यो, ल ठिक छ हामी लाइक वी आर रेडी टु डु द सो फर माइकल एन्जेलो in Nepal, but are you like before like confirming anything, we really want to talk to Michelangelo on Skype. अनि हामीले त्यो एउटा अफर राखेपछि चाहिँ माइकल एन्जेलोले हामीलाई एउटा कुनै टाइम दिनुभयो. त्यसपछि we were like able to like direct video conversate with Michelangelo that time, like, and that was when we believed like this is real, this thing is gonna happen for real. And then we came up with this Michelangelo Batio event in Nepal. He played 3 different shows in Nepal, including one in Tone Music Store, and that was in Tangal, and then the other one at Mox, and the main show that happened in Nachgar at that time. And the band from India, Guwahati, a band named Tick Stock. Like they were the progressive metal band from Guwahati, India, and they're really good friends of mine. And then they came down to Nepal, opened for Michelangelo.
Subodh, you've organized a lot of tribute shows in your career. What were you trying to achieve with these shows? तिमीले चाहिँ के achieve गर्न खोजिरहेको थियौ show after show, bands after bands, तिमीले main goal in your mind के aim राखेर चाहिँ तिमीले गराएको थियौ यो?
I'm not a musician, to be honest. Like, I don't play in the bands. मेरो आफ्नै कुनै band छैन दाइ हैन. अनि I always believe like as an audience, like एउटा show भनेको के हो दा, it's all about entertainment नि दादा. And people like they are like very happy to pay 2,000 or 3,000 bucks for an Indian movie in a QFX, and then they like literally like they get scared of purchasing a 500 bucks ticket to support their local acts. And एउटा यो ट्रेन्ड छ नि त नेपालमा. अब मलाई चाहिँ कस्तो भने दा, मलाई चाहिँ यो एन्टरटेनमेन्ट सेक्टरमा चाहिँ म छु है भनेर चाहिँ एउटा छाप छोड्न मन छ क्या दा. I'm not here to like individually bring up some original bands or original artists and make them tour to the world, or like make them put on shows in Nepal or India. And it's all about your music. It's all about like entertainment by the end of the day. It's how you entertain your audience. It's how you entertain your people. So I believe like tribute series audience like they have like 3 hours, at least 3 hours of their life to spend listening to their like favorite bands. अनि अब हामी नेपाल जस्तो देशमा बसेर मेटालिका नेपाल आओस् अथवा एसीडीसी नेपाल आउँछ कुनै दिन स्लिपनट नेपाल आउला भन्ने त हामी सोचमा मात्रै रहन्छ नि त दाइ. And we never like get to see this. हामी बुढो भएर मरेर पनि जान्छ होला क्या दाइ. But this band like they are never coming Nepal because we lack so many things behind. Like we are very behind in compared to those other countries that are hosting these big bands.
हाम्रोमा त्यो infrastructure छैन ल्याउनु.
धेरै चीजले गाह्रो गर्छ क्या दाइ. अनि what people in Nepal can expect is a small good tribute so that they can enjoy. It's not about like promoting original band or like promoting a cover band. It's about entertainment where everyone like get along for those 3 precious hours and then sing along with the band, get them vibes.
Have a good time.
Have a good time. त्यो हिसाबले चाहिँ अनि gradually like my aim was to like make people realize like you can like do many things as a band, like अब तपाईं band as a band हुनुहुन्छ भने you don't only focus on sound. You have to like start focusing on your artwork. You have to start focusing on your merchandise. That you have to focus on your lights. Like तपाईको just imagine that how a show gonna look when you have a sound and the lights synced properly
with the music.
With the music. You feel like you're watching a psychedelic movie. You even if you don't drink alcohol, like you feel like you are drunk. And your vibes. I just want to like make people like see these things. Visually or personally let them see by themselves. एउटा सो चाहिँ ल है एउटा लाइट इन्जिनियर हाल्दाखेरि यतिको चेन्जेस आउँदो रहेछ, एउटा पाइरो युज गर्दाखेरि यतिको भनौँ न खतरा देख्दो रहेछ भन्ने एउटा यो हुने चीज मान्छेलाई भइसकेपछि चाहिँ आई बिलिभ लाइक भोलि आउने दिनमा ओरिजिनल नेपालको ब्यान्डहरूले आर्टिस्टहरूले पनि दे स्टार्ट फोकसिङ अन स्टेज प्रोडक्सन दा. मेरो चाहना त्यति हो. लाइक इट्स विन विन फर एभ्रीवन एल्स क्या दा.
Subodh, you were telling me that you had previously worked with Underside, I know. What's the experience to Underside सँग work गर्दाखेरि, shows-हरु manage गर्दाखेरि, events-हरु produce गर्दाखेरि?
It was back in 2012 when I like first approached Underside for the first time in my life. 2 years later, on 2014, it was back in December 6, I guess. Me and my friends from India, Ravi, Kumar, like we started like we were into Manslaughter Festival in Delhi. Like we started doing this festival, big metal festival in an indoor venue in New Delhi. So that was the time when I approached Underside again back in 2014. that show was like pretty intense.
So 2014 पछि चाहिँ अनि properly Underside सँगै इभेन्ट्सहरु गर्न
Exactly. That's when, like, after the show, when we came back to Kathmandu after the Delhi show, Bikrant called me and then he asked me like if I could take care of Underside in the Nepal and Indian territory. That's how it started.
So, तिम्रो पर्सपेक्टिभ बाट कस्तो थियो त Underside जस्तो बिग ब्यान्ड को शोजहरु हैन अर्गनाइज गर्नलाई त्यो लेभलको प्रोडक्सन भ्यालुजहरु निकाल्नलाई तिम्रो साइडको पर्सपेक्टिभ चाहिँ कस्तो थियो कतिको च्यालेन्जिङ थियो
For myself, being a big fan of Underside and the music they create, I've always been like so crazily in like love with the compositions like Abhishek Dai and then Pandu Dai and Bikrant Dai, like they contribute to the band. So for me, like being a part of the band was like already a big thing to achieve after all those years. And then for me always like I had a feeling in my heart like I'm working with the biggest band in Nepal, and for me it's like a kind of a biggest band from Asia. So I was always focused on like how we can make a good relationship with the audience.
And you important moment you were telling me was when you went on tour, हैन Underside सँग UK tour पनि गर्यो, Europe tour पनि गर्यो. Can you tell me more about the tour? कस्तो थियो कतिवटा cities कतिवटा countries?
It was a hell of a tour, Dai, to be honest. 20 shows in 20 cities and then 20 days. You have like no option. You don't have a day off. So you have to like travel. You have to travel like every single day. Like you have to reach to a certain destination and you have like 1 hour to 2 hours prior to the show, and then you get busy like unloading the stuff from your van and then getting into the venue. And then my part in the band was like I had to make sure the merch is ready before the show. So it was a pretty hectic tour.
What about your download festival? Okay? कुन स्केलमा अर्गनाइज भएको थियो यो इभेन्ट Undersideले पनि बजाएको थियो होला I think you were there as well.
Yeah, exactly that.
कुन स्केलमा यो इभेन्ट अर्गनाइज भएको थियो यसको प्रोडक्सन भ्यालुज कस्तो लाग्यो तिमीलाई?
Oh, that was one hell of a festival. The Download Festival यसै त तपाईको it's one of the biggest metal festival in the world, to be particular in the UK. अनि तपाईको you have like 4 different stages and the चारवटा स्टेज छ तपाईको you have a big venue like you the अनि तपाईले इमेजिन गर्नु भन्दा पनि अब हुन्छ नि like it's completely like into 4 times or 5 times the venue is bigger in size. दा तपाईको एउटा स्टेजबाट अर्को स्टेजमा मुभ हुनलाई तपाईलाई you have to take a walk of at least like 20 to 25 minutes. So त्यो डिस्टेन्समा हुन्छ अनि it's pretty intense. दा तपाईको चारैवटा स्टेजमा huge amount of like sound and lights, you know that, and then a very clean tone. अनि ब्यान्डले बजाउँदाखेरि पनि they have a proper space on stage दा हुन्छ नि like they can do some like extraordinary production things like when I watched Aman Amarth had like a few people like warriors on stage.
Stage-मा war गरिरहेको थियो.
Stage-मा चाहिँ war परिरहेको थियो क्या हुन्छ नि like people were like fighting and then the band is still playing on stage. That's the vibe. So I feel like that kind of production is really lacking in Nepal.
Subodh, what about your Metal for Nepal? मैले अस्ति पनि देखिरहेको थिएँ पेन्डेमिकको बेला पनि हैन त्योभन्दा अगाडिदेखि पनि Metal for Nepalले धेरै गर्दै आएको छ तर यो कसरी स्टार्ट भएको थियो?
Metal for Nepal actually started back in 2015. एकजना हाम्रो Voice of Ruin को फ्रन्टम्यान Rejish स्विजरल्यान्ड बस्नुहुन्छ उहाँ अनि
स्विस ब्यान्ड हो
स्विस ब्यान्ड हो दा अनि हामी ठ्याक्क अन्डरसाइडको त्यतिखेर तपाईको मे 2015 मा अन्डरसाइडको युरोप टुर भएको थियो दा एन्ड देन अन्डरसाइड प्लेड अलोङ भोइस अफ रुइन दिस ब्यान्ड एन्ड देन राइट आफ्टर दे केम ब्याक टु नेपाल अन्डरसाइड नेपाल आउने बित्तिकै तपाईको ठ्याक्क भुइँचालो पनि गयो क्या दा अप्रिल 25 मा भुइँचालो आयो एन्ड देन द भेरी गुड फ्रेन्ड अफ अस Rejish like he felt like he needed to help his brothers in metal, so he was like the entire world was like you know like सबैजना त्रासित थियो नि त नेपाल अब सकियो नेपाल केही पनि बाँकी रहेन भन्ने एउटा त्यो जुन बिलिफ थियो बाहिर विदेशमा भएको मान्छेहरूलाई त्यो भएको हुनाले चाहिँ हाम्रो Rejish हाम्रो एकदमै मिल्ने साथी so he also felt like he could do something for the brothers in metal in Nepal. And अनि उले स्विजरल्यान्डबाट बर्नबाट चाहिँ एउटा मेटल फर नेपाल भनेर एउटा त्यो नाममा चाहिँ त्यो ब्यानरमा चाहिँ उले एउटा सो सुरु गर्यो. इट वाज अ च्यारिटेबल सो अनि उसले स्विजरल्यान्डबाट सुरु गरेको सो पछि इट ह्यापन इन मोर देन लाइक 58 डिफ्रेन्ट कन्ट्रिज
58 countries
in the globe, and then like all the funds raised from this Medal for Nepal project was coming down to Nepal through No Silence for Nepal, and then me including our band members from Underside, like we were the ones who were actively working on the ground at that time.
So you Medal for Nepal सँग है
हजुर नेपाल अब हामी मात्रै थियो नि त दा भुइँचालो पुस्ता हामी मात्रै नेपालमा थियो अब विदेशीहरू पनि प्राय भएको विदेशीहरू पनि विदेश फर्किने प्रोसेस भइरहेको थियो त्यहाँ डरैले फेरि आउन सक्छ भन्ने डर हुन्थ्यो नि त सबैलाई अनि त्यो क्रममा चाहिँ तपाईँको उता रेन्डी स्क्यालरले चाहिँ लेट्स start with like Medal for Nepal, non-profitable, like the project to help the victims of earthquake in Nepal. त्यहाँबाट स्टार्ट भयो पछि सबैजना मेडल कम्युनिटीहरू वर्ल्ड वाइड मेडल कम्युनिटीहरू मिलेर त्यो च्यारिटेबल सो गरेर एन्ड देन हामी त ग्राउन्डमा थियो त्यो टाइममा त मी एन्ड माई ब्यान्ड अनसाइड अनि उहाँहरूले काम गर्नुहुन्थ्यो युरोपबाट अनि हामी यहाँ चाहिँ ग्राउन्डमा खटेर हामी लाइक वी वर एबल टु बिल्ड अप लाइक 306 हाउसेस इन केराबारी डिस्ट्रिक्ट केराबारी VDC गोर्खा डिस्ट्रिक्ट it's to be specific ward number 1, 2, 7 and 8 and we had like 306 houses completely destroyed after the massive earthquake in Nepal back in 2015 and then we got this chance by the grace of God maybe like we were able to build a temporary shelters for like 306 household and provide medical and food supplies to these people and then we were also able to build up a school that was like completely destroyed in Sindhupalchok district Borsipa Gabisa 9 मा एउटा स्कुल चाहिँ पुरै ध्वस्त भएको थियो भुइँचालो पछि अनि एन्ड देन विथ द हेल्प अफ लाइक मेडल फर नेपाल प्रोजेक्ट द्याट वी अर्गनाइज हियर इन नेपाल अनि त्यो चाहिँ तपाईँको मेडल फर नेपालको एन्टायर त्यो वर्ल्डमा भइसकेपछि चाहिँ नेपालमा चाहिँ हामीले त्यसलाई एन्ड गर्ने प्लान गरेको थियो क्या त it was like Randy's plan to end Medal for Nepal project in Kathmandu so it's for Nepal so he really wanted to end the Medal for Nepal project in Nepal so we had this event with 2 different stages 5 bands from India and then 5 bands from Nepal playing on the festival and यहाँबाट रेज भएको फन्डले चाहिँ हामीले पछि with the help of Educating Nepal नेपाली NGO I guess उहाँहरूको हेल्पबाट चाहिँ हामीले सिन्धुपाल्चोक जिल्लामा चाहिँ हामीले एउटा बोर्सिपा गाविस 9 मा चाहिँ एउटा स्कुल पनि रिबिल्ड गर्यो त त्यतिखेर
वाउ अहिले चाहिँ मेडल फर नेपाल are you involved in it right
now?
No,
not anymore unfortunately because I'm no more in the band Underside since 2019 after we came back from Download Festival so अहिले most probably it's Bikrant Dai and then Flower Kesi Dai from UK these 2 guys like are doing like really appreciable job through Medal for Nepal in these hard times as well अहिले pandemic मा पनि Medal for Nepal like they were able to like distribute food and medical supplies to the needy people अनि तपाईको भनौं न डोल्पामा जाडो महिनामा यो विन्टर सिजनमा चाहिँ तपाईको बच्चाहरुलाई त्यहाँको मान्छेहरुलाई चाहिँ ज्याकेटहरु छैन न्यानो कपडा छैन भनेर like they have like a good initiative now like they have their own merch with Medal for Nepal tag on it and then the one who buys it is contributing for the cause अहिले मैले हुडी किने भने मैले चाहिँ कसैको लागि त्यो हुम्ला जुम्लामा चाहिँ डोल्पा जस्तो ठाउँमा चिसो ठाउँमा चाहिँ मैले ज्याकेट किन्दिरहेको छु म आफू पनि लगाइरहेको छु उनीहरूलाई पनि मैले लगाउन दिइरहेको छु क्या दा सो इट्स लाइक these guys are doing like a very good job to be honest.
That's beautiful. Subodh, recently you after your 10 years of experience हैन यति धेरै शोजहरु गरिसक्यो अनि रिसेन्टली तिमीले ट्रिब्युट टु माइकल ज्याक्सन गर्यो ट्रिब्युट टु मेटालिका गर्यो हैन सो त्यति बेलादेखि अहिलेसम्म चाहिँ के इम्प्रुभमेन्ट्स आइसकेको छ होला त एउटा लाइभ सोमा लाइभ इभेन्ट्समा
जस्तै माइकल ज्याक्सनमा हामीले इन्भेस्ट गरेको कस्टको इन्टु 2 टाइम्स हामीले मेटालिका ट्रिब्युटमा गर्यो एन्ड देन व्हेन वी आर प्लानिङ फर नेक्स्ट अनदर सोज लाइक वी गोना मेक इट लाइक 3 टाइम्स हुन्छ नि त एन्ड देयर इज अलवेज लाइक रुम फर डेभलपमेन्ट द अनि हामी हरेकचोटि डेभलप हुँदै जाँदाखेरि एज एन अर्गनाइजर तपाईँको वी निडेड अ टिम दा हुन्छ नि किनभने प्रोडक्सन वाइज जाने अब अहिले हामीले यो गरेको इन्टेन्सन हेर्नु त पहिला 2014 मा गर्दाखेरिको इभेन्ट र अहिले 2020 र 21 मा जुन हामीले यो अहिले एमजे र मेटालिका गर्यो दाइ इट्स लाइक कम्प्लिटली डिफरेन्ट क्या दाइ स्टेज प्रोडक्सनमा चाहिँ ध्यान दिएको छ क्या हामीले
के भयो एमजे को शोमा
एमजे को शो वाज लाइक भेरी वेल कोरियोग्राफ्ड सो दा इट्स
डान्सहरु
दे वर लाइक अ फ्यु डान्सर्स ग्रुप फ्रम कार्टुन्स क्रू सब्रिना बहिनी ऊ एकदमै मेरो पहिल्यैदेखि चिनेको बहिनी सी इज रियली गुड टु मी एन्ड देन आई रियली बिलिभ इन हर सो उसको ट्यालेन्टलाई चाहिँ मैले एकदमै ट्रस्ट गरेर आई फेल लाइक आई निड दिस पर्टिकुलर गर्ल अन स्टेज टु कोरियोग्राफ द एन्टायर set. There were like 5 or 6 dancers on stage with all the costumes. मैले त्यो सानो डिटेलमा पनि ध्यान दिएको थिएँ कि I really wanted to make sure त्यो डान्सरहरूको पनि white, they were in white shirt and then white black pant and then black boots अनि with Michael Jackson hat.
Full vibe मा.
त्यो proper it should like look like Michael Jackson को vibes त आउनु पर्यो नि त दा. So that was the major part of production at that time. I had like 5 dance crew on stage. अनि अहिले रिसेन्टली मेरो यो 2022 बाट चाहिँ मेरो टिममा अहिले ओस्कार इभेन्टमा आई हेभ अ लाइट इन्जिनियर बाई माइसेल्फ द who usually comes down to Nepal for any shows, whatever I do, my team does in the days to come. His name is Mr. Rosario Lobo. He's from Mumbai and then now he is working for Formula 1 in Dubai. And he started coming down to Nepal from Michael Jackson tribute show. त्यो हिसाबले चाहिँ like MJ show was one of the biggest stage production I've ever done that. MJ के बेलामा त I was like very lucky enough that त्यतिखेर चाहिँ Michael Jackson को तपाईको dance choreographer, his name was Buddha Stretch. So this guy like happened to come down to Nepal and then this guy like he made a video for us back then. Like he appreciated, he had a small review kind of thing about the things what we were doing at Kathmandu.
That's pretty awesome.
अब त्यसरी नै grow हुँदै गयो दाइ and then we came up with like Metallica tribute right after pandemic दाइ.
Nice. And what about the preparation of the show? कस्तो थियो?
We had like 68 different lights add up at Purple Haze Rock Bar. Purple Haze मा तपाईको regular night मा हुने light system भन्दा we had like 68 different lights added up in the venue for that particular show, for that particular day. And then apart from 68 different lights, we had like 4 pyros this time with all the fire flames and all. The show was pretty intense. The show actually went the way we planned.
Well, what about the band? And who was the band?
On the vocals and bass guitar, it was Sanjay Aryaldai from Cobweb. And then on the guitars, it was Sunja Voxlai from Albatross. And then on the other solo guitar, it was Ridesh Pakhrin Bhai from The Good, Bad and the Band. And then the drummer was from Mount Edit Foyt, Amro Sanjay Shrestha. So they were the like 4 peoples on stage, and behind these 4 people, like there were a lot of peoples involved. Like there were 38 different peoples, including the sound engineer, including the light engineer, including the light technician, you know, like, and then the sound technician. I make sure every time like I have a proper number of crew working for me on the event day so that I don't get any glitches, you know. Like.
What about the audience? The कति जना आथे?
It was quite amazing. Right after the pandemic, like you can see almost 1,200 to 1,300 people paying tickets for your show. That would cost you like 1,000 to 1,500 without complimentary drinks. So that was like pretty good show to me.
Nice.
No.
Nice. That's...
People actually paid for entertainment, which I was like thinking like, I had this dream like people should pay for entertainment past 10 years ago, and now after 10 years, after a decade, like I can feel it, like, you know, like people need that thing.
Pretty amazing.
People need change.
Pretty amazing, don't you
think?
Eh? Okay. Subodh, we've been talking about नेपालको लाइभ म्युजिकको प्रोडक्सनदेखि लिएर बिहाइन्ड द सिन्सको कुराहरू कति धेरै छ हैन. सिन्स द स्टार्ट नै क्या हुन्छ नि, हामीले त्यसमै कुरा गरिरहेछौँ, कति किसिमको सोजहरू, अनि इभन थ्रु योर एक्सपिरियन्स हामीले धेरै कुरा सिक्न पाइरहेछौँ नेपालको लाइभ सिन्समा के भइरहेछ, वाट्स गोइङ अन हैन. कसरी अब लाइटको इम्पोर्टेन्स कति छ, साउन्डको इम्पोर्टेन्स कति छ, कुनै पनि सोमा बिहाइन्ड द सिनको क्रुको इम्पोर्टेन्स कति छ हैन. स्टिल आई वान्ट टु आस्क यु क्या, what do you think हाम्रो नेपालको म्युजिक सिनको प्रोडक्सन लेभल हैन इन्टरनेसनल लेभलसँग कम्पेयर गर्दाखेरि हामी स्टिल अहिले कुन पोइन्टमा छौँ होला?
I believe like we are nowhere close to that international platform. Although the fact is different, like everyone is trying from their own point of view, as a band होस् अथवा as an individual artist किन नहोस्, सबैले अलिकति प्रोडक्सनमा चाहिँ अब ध्यान दिनुपर्छ है. Like we need to have a merch. Merch is a kind of production as well. So when a band and an artist have his own merchandise, then it's a kind of production. So बिस्तारै gradually change त हुँदैछ दाइ, but still हामी 2022 मा आइसकेर पनि यो पछाडि फर्केर हेर्दा चाहिँ we are nowhere close to those international concerts.
What do you think अब त्यहाँसम्म पुग्नलाई, to reach that level, हैन? What are the things we can do? हामीले के गर्न सक्छौँ होला त यसलाई अझै बेटर बनाउनलाई, नेक्स्ट लेभल लग्नलाई क्या नेपालको म्युजिक लाइभ सिनलाई क्या?
सबैजनाले आफ्नो तर्फबाट गर्न सक्ने गर्नु पर्यो. आफ्नो फेभरेट ब्यान्डको मर्च किन्देऊ, आफ्नो फेभरेट ब्यान्डको एल्बम किन्देऊ, and that's how an artist as an or an band can grow in life त हैन. पैसा आउन थालेपछि न they can buy like good equipments, good gears for their live concert, and then that's how a band can grow as an independent artist. And when it comes to a live shows, then to me personally, like me and my team, like we have always been set back, and like we stay back and think like if we had like good supporters, like to make a event happen, like we need sponsors हैन. अब झन् यो मेटल रक म्युजिक कम्युनिटीको यो इभेन्टहरू गर्दाखेरि त तपाईँको स्पोन्सरहरूले पनि यो झाइझुइ म्युजिक जगल्टेहरूको म्युजिक यताउति यो क्राउड आउँदैन, यो अनेक थरी यो रिजन्सहरू भयो क्या त. अनि नेपालको कुरामा त स्पोन्सर्स मात्रै होइन कि, लाइक I really want to send out an appeal to the every venue all owners and then every venue holders in entire Nepal that we have to like team up together because someone has the venue, you know, someone owns the venue, and people like you own a band, you know, like, and then people like me, I own a company, I have a team, I have a crew of at least like 38 people to handle over. सबैजना यो मिलेर गर्ने हो भने त भन्नु न सो कस्तो राम्रो हुन्छ होला क्या त.
Nice. Well, it was nice having you, man. I hope to see
Thank
you
you so much. Thank you so much.
Future sometime, man.
Thank
One
you
of
so
your
much.
shows.
Nice talking to you as well.
We had a great time today. We got to know behind the scenes के हुन्छ एउटा राम्रो शो बनाउनलाई, not just the band तर behind the band पनि धेरै कुराहरू चाहिन्छ. Lights चाहिन्छ, sound चाहिन्छ, एउटा whole crowd control गर्ने crew चाहिन्छ. अनि that's really important for a good show. And I'll be back again next week with more art, more music and more musicians. See you.